What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Tamworld College guide. I am doing we are doing a guide on Pagan Online today. I wanted to do like a quick guide on the crafting system for this game. I'm obviously, the game's still in early access. I'm obviously starting learning a lot about this game. If for whatever reason this changes, or if it's nerfed, or if it's buffed, or something has changed about the system, I'm sure it will be upon full release of the game. I'll obviously update the guide, but I wanted to put out a quick guide for crafting in Pagan Online. So let's get started real quick. All right, so real quick guide. So Pagan Online is actually really neat. This has a crafting system. You can level your crafting. When you level your crafting, you get better random stat chance bonuses on your rolls. And then there's little things you can do like for extra EXP. Okay, so what happens here is you get, I believe it's, so if you look at the level on the item, you can see where it says item power level. There's a couple things you can read from this. So obviously, so you can see where it's, well, it's not obvious, so you wouldn't be here, but you can see where it says base amulet. So base amulet means this is an item you can craft with. You can't craft with this, right? You can craft with this because it's a base item. It's a base item for crafting recipe. So sorry about a little bit cold. So the next thing that's important about this readout is where it says common quality. You can craft with common quality items. I don't suggest you do. The stats are going to be better on like, let's see, I have a flawless, like you can see that one's superior quality, meaning when you craft with it, like if you have a sturdy ward that's the same level, a base ward, and one is common quality and one is superior quality, one of those two, the superior quality one is going to be, it's going to be better, much better when you craft with it. Like you can see this one's flawless. So what you want to try and do is craft your item. You don't have to do this, but try and craft your items with superior and flawless gear. It drops a fair amount. You just have to be patient. So yeah, so that's going to be, you can see you have your base, it's an amulet, it's a base amulet, it's going to be common quality, right? You have your item power level. So items are ranked between, is it 1 and 10, I guess 11 and 20, I guess like 21 through 30 or 31, it's basically every 10 levels, every 10 levels in the story. Like if I'll open this, I'll show you. So I'll open missions and show you guys real quick. It's not working. Oh no, sorry, Battlegate. So if you look at this, so Act 1 was 1 through 10 gear. Act 2, so far, Act 2 has been 11 through 20 gear. I'm gonna assume that these three are 30, 40, 50 as far as gear. That's my assumption. That's how it's been so far. And then what you can do is, once you do that story, once you do the campaign, like the act, you can go and you can do these missions. And so this is how you're going to get you're going to do these missions here. And this is how you're going to farm specific crafting mats. You do these missions, then click loot, and these are your crafting mats. Right? These are going to be your crafting mats here. That's how you farm them. You do the missions that correspond to the level, and you can't start doing those missions until you do the corresponding like story act. Like once you're in the act, like once you're in Act 3, you can do all those Act 3 missions. But anyway, sorry, let's get back to crafting. So, well, that's important. But so you have, like I was saying, you have base amulets, base item, common quality, or whatever quality, right? Then you have the item power level. And then what's interesting is you have these little dots. Those are tier leveled for the item. So we have like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, I think right now in the game. So what that indicates is you here, you're going to see, you see the two little dots? There's the item, required item level, right? But you see the two little dots? That indicates the tier of the recipe. So you can see it's level 1 through 10. It's one dot. It's just a visual thing. One dot. So it's tier 1, and you can only upgrade white tier 1 weapons. The place where this is going to help you a ton and where it's confusing if you don't know what's going on is these. So these don't have an item level on them, but you see the dot? So you can only upgrade like tier 1, so it would be like a bat like this. Like I can only upgrade this because you see it's got the 1 dot, so I can only upgrade like I have to have a travel battle axe. So these blueprints, these legendary blueprints, they have a couple of them for each level. They have one for like 1 through 10, and then they have one for like 11 through 20. They don't say 11 through 20 on them, so they're a little confusing, but they have the dots. I'm going to put feedback in. I kind of hope they add a required item level to these things. I mean, they're already on there. You just got to kind of intuit it. I had to ask in my stream last night, like, this is confusing, and someone helped me out. So I'm saving my gold mats right now. I'm not going to craft any of this low level stuff. I suppose you could. I suppose you could, although again, the tier 1 gold stuff is not going to be as good as like flawless, like purple, you know, like level 15 stuff. So it's kind of, I mean, if that's your thing or whatever, you can craft this stuff. We don't really have alts in this game, not yet, I guess. So like, you know, if you, crafted like a level 1 axe, you only have one, you know, you only have one, or if you crafted like a level 1 hammer or whatever, you only have one ishtok. Like, I don't know. But regardless, so that is what that is. So let me go back to gear. So again, you have your 2 dots. It's your tier. It's basically like what item you can use with what recipe. The 2 little dots indicate. And so then you got your stats. This is where you get your stats. So you have this. This one's gonna give me evasion rating. If you look on this one, it gives me damage, crit chance. And then you have 3 stats on this weapon. You have 3 stats on this weapon, right? So what you can do is, so like I said, you have 1 through 10. You have 1 through 10, and then you have 11 through 20. And so what happens is, a level, not even in theory, but this is true. If you have like a level 11 flawless quality, like axe, and you have like a level 18 flawless quality axe, that level 18 flawless quality axe, if you improve it, the stat should be better. Now, as a caveat, if you look at, because this is how you're going to craft these items. This. Now, each of these crafting recipes has a level requirement, but it also gives you different stats. So, like, let's say like this one here. This one here gives me intelligence and strength and physical damage bonus. And this one gives me fire damage bonus, poison damage, and critical attack damage. So, in theory, if you were theory crafting, if you actually cared, you would look at that and go, okay, well, I want to stack poison damage, and this one doesn't give me poison damage, so I'm not going to use that one, right? But if you don't care about it, if you don't truthfully care about it, and you're just more casual about the game, what you could do is you can upgrade. Like if you have a level 11 flawless axe and it's upgraded, it's purple, whatever, right? You can upgrade a level 18 axe that's flawless, and know for sure that your base stats will be higher as far as like your attack damage. Now the other stats, like I said, they're gonna you're probably gonna, unless you find the same recipe. I don't even know if you could do that. You're gonna start swapping stats and stuff. But yeah, if you don't care, you can upgrade. Like I said, you can upgrade like from level 11 item to level 18 item with knowing that you'll get better stats out of it. Now what I will tell you is, let me upgrade something real quick. I gotta show you guys this. So these are how you upgrade. You get these recipes. They're single use only. Obviously, they have item levels. You can see the stats on there. You also have a chance for 1 in 4 random stat properties, which is really neat. They're consumed on use. You can sell these. So let's craft something real quick. Let's see. So what's interesting about this is, so you put the item in, right? You have to have the materials, which like I said, you farm. You farm from the missions. Now, What's interesting about this is you can see has a 20% chance to use a random magic property. This would actually be really bad for this. So let's go back and see if like we can find another one. Let's see, we'll do this one. So see, these are magic properties. So what you actually want to do, I was talking to someone about this last night. So let's do this one. Let's see, let's look at these recipes real quick. So there's certain mats you actually want to use. Like the sword and the helmet one. So the sword and the helmet mats here, I'll show you guys. So if you go to materials, so these are the strength. These are strength, right? So what you want to do is you want to start taking a look when you craft stuff. You want to start stacking these. If you're like a melee, I should say if you're a melee class, if you're a magic class, start stacking like these because they're gonna give you magic, like spell cooldowns, attack, like magic attack damage. For strength, you want to craft items. You want to try and farm and craft items that with recipes based on these, because your random roll, your random stat is gonna be physical damage things. So like, let's go see. Do we have any right now? Yeah, this one. Not magic. Not magic. Not magic. But yeah, your random roll is gonna be something. Your random roll should be something that will give you like a useful stat. Like they need to fix that tooltip. It's gonna give you something useful stat that you can use on your melee. And these obviously give you like your base stuff is like you can see here. It's strength, physical damage, fury generation. But anyway, yeah, these are the crafting materials. You farm these for missions. 3 different tiers. So you got like regular, epic, and legendary. These are used to farm. These are used to farm and make gold weapons. Again, different tiers for gold weapons, 1 through 5. It's the same thing with these. They're all the same. This one just doesn't have the level requirement on it for some reason on the item. But yeah. So we'll do a reforge real quick so I can show you guys that. So. I've gone over most of this already. Let's reforge an item real quick so you guys can see it. So what happens is if you don't like the stats on an item, any item, although I've never tried to reforge a gold item because I'm not a maniac. I don't even know if you can. But if you want to reforge an item, you put these in here, click reforge, and then it actually gives you option. So you can do like this one or this one, right? And then so you can look at the stats and you can say, okay, cool, I like these stats more. You know, I like these stats more or whatever. So I'm gonna go this one. All right, and then click reforge. And it's done. And that's it. You reforge it again, you can reforge it again. Like as long as you have mats, you can keep reforging these. But I'm gonna click I think I'm gonna click this one. And pick, and it's done. It's reforged, and that's it. And now it's reforged. So like, let's say you make an item, and you don't prefer the stats on it. You can actually reforge it with your crafting mats. It's really cool. Other things, these are really neat. So you can actually, so you see, something that's interesting about crafting gear and gear in this game specifically is something I didn't go over. Was you see where it says required legacy rank? So what's cool is you upgrade your legacy rank, current legacy rank, and current legacy score. Gain legacy score by leveling heroes. So what happens is this goes up for leveling your alts, your other heroes. And so what happens is your gear is, well, your legacy score is account wide. And your gear, as you get higher gear, has legacy ranks. So like if I swap, I'll show you guys exactly what this means. So if I swap to, and this goes for crafted gear also. So if I go to like the hero forge real quick, and I'll show you what I mean. So I can actually go in here and equip. I can actually go in here and equip this like level like 14 stuff. Do you see that? Because my account's legacy level is high enough. Even though this guy's only level 9, he can equip level 13 quotations, level 13 gear. So this game is really neat because it rewards you for leveling other characters with the ability to put super high level gear on super low level characters. It's pretty neat. It helps a ton because then you can go back and you can do some missions and farm some stuff you wouldn't normally be able to. It sort of speeds up the progression of the game. I was talking to someone last night joking about this. I don't know if it's a bug or what, but ring recipes just don't drop ever. Ring recipes just don't drop ever. We joked about this last night. I don't know if it's like a known issue. But it's not just me, I guess. Ring recipes, maybe they'll buff the drop rate on that. I don't know. They're the only thing that don't drop. I don't know why. If that's their intention, that's cool. You know what I mean? It's like something that's like a carrot to chase after. But for some reason, ring recipes just haven't been dropping at all. Guys, if you click the link that's below the video in the little info section, I'm putting a link in there for where you can get all the crafted gear and what all the legendary items do, and where you can farm. Where you can farm everything here. All the information you're going to need to know is in that link. It's a Steam link. It's a community-driven thing. We've been putting together like where you can find what on the wiki page. It's on the it's a link on the Steam page. It's basically just copy-pasted from this little wiki page that someone made. But yeah, super useful info. If you guys want to see that, it's going to be. If you have any questions about where you can farm what and what does what, it's. As far as materials go, like in a text format, long format, it's gonna be in the description below. That's gonna do it for me, guys. I'm BerserkSod. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helps you out. More videos coming today for Pagan Online, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.